look, I'm not in politics. I don't know anything about all this, but I'm a common sense guy. I mean, common sense. If you're saving all us money, how could that be bad? All right, it's Monday. Monday at 11 o'clock. You know what that means. It's the Chazz Palminteri show. New episodes every Monday. We have so many different guests here. Today, you got me. I'm going to talk to you today because you know me. I never talk politics. I just don't. I think politics should be left, whatever you are. You go to there's a reason why there's a curtain when you vote. That's it. It's by yourself. You go in there, you say your feelings. I'm not a Republican. I'm not a Democrat. I'm an independent. So I want to talk about this. Something been in the news lately, and I need my fans, my subscribers, to help me understand this. And maybe I'm missing something here. Maybe I'm missing something. I'm a taxpayer. I pay a lot of taxes. Over the years, I paid a fortune, and I'm sure we all did. And it's relative to how much you make. We all pay a lot of taxes. I see, if I knew my taxes were going somewhere to help people, I would feel better. If I knew they were going to veterans, to house them, I think veterans should get whatever they want. I think every veteran who fought in the war should get a mortgage-free house. I really do. I really do. I think we should give raises to the police force all over the United States, all our first responders. They should be paid handsomely for what they do. But we always hear they're getting cut back. And then this thing happens. Doge. And I'm like, okay, well, let me look into this. So I go online, and my producer here, John, I say, John, let's go online and let's look at this because it's all over the news, and I want to understand it a little more, okay? I want people to tell me if I'm crazy, if I'm not crazy. So I say, John, I look at this and I say, John, tell us some of the things that Doge has been finding.
So just to be clear, all of this information is coming from Doge.gov, which is a government website. Everything has receipts to prove that they are true, and these are actual things that they found.
So this is online?
It's on a government website with the receipts and the contracts that they've found.
A government website with the receipts and contracts. Okay.
So I'm going to hit you with my favorite one first. I think this one's hilarious. And I'll read you the description to some of these too. $20 million for an Iraqi Sesame Street. Doge flagged the U.S. Agency for International Development, USAID, for spending $20 million to create a version of Sesame Street for Iraq.
All right, folks. Do they have proof that if you went to Iraq, was there a Sesame Street in Iraq?
Yeah, there's receipts for all these spendings too.
Yeah, but if somebody's laundering money, they can make receipts.
Oh, that I don't know.
I don't know. Does somebody have films? Does somebody have episodes of? Look, I don't mind, helping children in other countries, but $20 million for Iraq? What do they got? What kind of union they got there? Come on. Are you kidding? Come on. And then you tell firemen and policemen they can't get a raise? What else? What else do we got on there?
How much would it cost to dub Sesame Street realistically? Like an episode. It's
not $20 million.
No.
To dub it, what could it cost? An episode of Sesame Street? Let's go high end, 10 grand. Come on. What else?
How about this one? You'll get a kick out of this one. $1.5 million to study shrimp on a treadmill. Posts on X and early Doge chatter have been reviewed this gem by the National Science Foundation grant $1.5 million to research how shrimp perform on tiny treadmills.
That can't be true. That is true. Shrimp on a treadmill. Holy shit.
Yeah, but that could be like for some scientific thing that we don't know about.
A scientific
I don't
thing?
know. I'm not a scientist. I don't know what they're studying. Maybe someone is like, to find an answer for something, they're like, all right, we get this shrimp, put him on a treadmill.
Get a shrimp. How fast does a shrimp walk? What kind of treadmill is this?
Maybe they had that exact question.
It's a tiny treadmill, it says.
Yeah, we'll treadmill.
All right, what else, John? I mean, you see, now you add it up over just 17 million, 20 million, $1.5 million. How dare you do this with our money? Is it me? Am I crazy? In other words, the people that are fighting this, are they fighting it because they believe in these things, or are you fighting it because you just hate the people that are doing it? Because how could you be against Doge? Is it Doge?
Doge, Department of Government
Doge.
Efficiency.
How could you be against that if it's saving us money and it's going to help needy people and the money's going to go more to Social Security and Medicare? How could you be against that? I'm just curious. Somebody tell me what's wrong with this picture. Give me something else, John.
Well, how about this one? This one, if you remember, this was on the news a few days ago. $59 million to house migrants in New York City luxury hotels.
All right. That's it. I draw the line on that one. Wait a minute. Illegal migrants. Illegal migrants. Okay? You want 59 million for our homeless and our poor that are Americans? Okay, let's talk about it. Illegal migrants that came here illegally, and now 59 million plus 20 million plus 2.5 million. We're close to $100 million here. So every week when you get paid, look at your taxes and say to yourself, do I feel like spending this money for that? Do I?
This one's a small one, but it's still something that's a little odd. $57,000 for climate changes in Sri Lanka.
You know what's funny? 57,000. Where did they come up with that number?
But there could be like a reason for that. I don't know. Like, I'm not a scientist. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I got to go with you on that.
There could be some kind of like, I don't know, there's this one thing that's
Yeah,
going on,
need-
and it
we
might be
need
in
to-
Sri
all
Lanka
right,
because
all
that
right.
triggers
I mean,
this,
that
so we
doesn't-
got to go down and figure this out. Blah, blah, blah.
All right. I mean, that doesn't bother me, that one is 57,000. You know, maybe they could find out about climate change. And yeah, all right. I'll go for that. What's next?
Okay, how about this one? This one I found really interesting, where the federal retirement is processed in a cave.
That's crazy.
Did you know this one?
A physical cave. It's all on paper.
I saw that on film.
It says 700 workers in a Pennsylvania limestone mine manually process 10,000 federal retirement applications a month using paper and manila envelopes.
All right. Now, what in God's name could be the reason for that? I think about it. There has to be money being hid somewhere. There has to be. Somebody's hiding something. Why wouldn't you take all of those things, get 700 workers, you could scale it down to, put it on a computer, you could scale it down to 20 workers. Why are you doing that? Folks, if you have an answer for all this, please tell me. All my subscribers out there, please tell me. I'd like to know. I don't know what the answer is here. I'm just curious. Let me know, will you please? I mean,
Now, this one's partially verified, but it's still hilarious.
what's that?
$500,000 for a toilet that texts you.
What does it text you?
I wonder. I don't know.
$500,000 for a toilet?
That texts you.
That texts me. Now, why would I want a toilet that texts me? What's it going to text me? Okay, a completed shit? What is it going to say? Oh, you just took a dump? Don't forget to wipe your ass? I don't understand that. But you spend $500,000 for a toilet? Come on, man. Come on. Please tell me.
You ever see those refrigerators that have the camera inside? So all you got to do is tap the glass, and it shows you a picture of what's inside the refrigerator, so you don't have to open it.
It's so unnecessary.
I mean, is that a little unnecessary?
So instead of opening it to see what you need, you just hit the front, and then a screen will pop up with everything inside. A camera view of everything inside.
The benefit of that is what? I don't know. You can't open up a refrigerator door?
No,
Exercise
you tap
over
the
it?
screen, and it shows you.
Wow. My mother had the. Are you kidding me? I think my grandmother, she had the. They brought ice upstairs. They had to put ice in the refrigerator. Are you kidding? The Iceman. I don't know, folks. Why is it our country's fighting? We're fighting against each other. What's going on here? What the fuck is going on here? Who's right? Who's wrong? Somebody, give me. I want feedback. Whether you're an independent, Republican, Democrat, give me feedback. Why? How could anybody be against fraud and people stealing our money? How could anybody be against that? I'm just curious. What's your answer? What?
If you were the ruler of the world, of America, what's the first thing you'd spend money on?
If I was the president,
if you were the president right now, but you had all, like what would you sign an executive order on right now? Where would you do with all the money?
I would make sure all our fighting men who were ever in a war, no matter what war it is, are well taken care of. You judge a country, I think it was Abraham Lincoln who said this. You judge the soul of a country by the way they treat their fighting soldiers. And I think that was Lincoln who said that, if I'm not mistaken. And I think that's important. All these guys, I've been to Walter Reed Hospital. And it's very sad. Seeing people with legs blown off, no legs, one arm, blind. I mean, come on. These people should have whatever they want the rest of their life. They should have their own home, paid for, no mortgage, paid for, plus benefit to come every year. If we could give all this money to all these places, this foreign aid bullshit, we can't help our own people, our own homeless, our own soldiers. We can't help all our law enforcement people, the widows, make sure everybody's taken care of. You got to have great organizations like Tunnel to Tower, Wounded Warriors. They got to go on television begging people to give money. There's no need to do that. We have all the money here. Let's give it to them. Let them be taken care of. All our old people, make sure all their Social Security and Medicare is top of the line. All the money we're wasting, we can have everybody top of the line. Carte blanche, taken care of. Doesn't make no sense, man. So why would you be against Doge? Why? How could you really mentally be against it? I want to know. Maybe I'm missing something out there, folks. Help me.
Well, here's the craziest thing. There's videos now circulating on like YouTube and TikTok and all that. Obama and Biden, both throughout their careers in the beginning of their presidencies, said that they were going to cut government waste, make government more efficient. They had the same message as Doge, and it was okay when they said it. But now when we're actually doing it, people are going nuts. I don't understand it.
Well, when Obama said it and Biden said it, did they do it? No. So how could you be against that? I mean, I think Bill Clinton did it.
I think so. There was a video of 3 or 4
I think
presidents.
Bill Clinton balanced the budget, and he left with a surplus. So why can't it be done?
Well, picture this. We're 30 days in, and they already saved $55 billion.
Really?
55 billion is what they're at the time of this podcast
You know how?
recorded.
You know what I always tell people? You know how much a billion is compared to a million? A guy explained this to me. I said, he goes, well, there's a big difference between a billionaire and a millionaire. And I said, yeah, well, no. He goes, no, you don't understand the concept, Chazz. A million seconds. Well, he asked me, how long is a million seconds? And I said, I don't know, a few years. And he said, 11 days. I said, 11 days? That's a million seconds? And he said, yes. How many days?
How long is a billion seconds?
A billion seconds.
31 years.
33 years.
33 years.
Think of that. Millionaire, 11 days. Billionaire, 33 years. That's how much $1 billion is, folks. That's a lot of dough. That's a lot of dough. What else we got, John?
Well, let me ask you this, too, because they announced this the other day. They said with all of their findings up to this point, they're really debating on giving 20% of it back to the taxpayers. How could you be against that? Getting your money back?
Wait a minute. Hold on. I didn't hear this. Doge is going to give 20% of whatever they get back to the taxpayers?
Correct. And as of now, that's anywhere from $5,000 to $8,000. It's not verified. The president came out the other day and said he was thinking about it, but we don't know for sure if he's going to do it yet. But 20%, $5,000 to $8,000 for each person that pays taxes, that's a lot of money for a lot of people.
That's a lot. It's a lot of money for anybody. Are you kidding me?
Who would decline that?
How could that be bad, folks? Tell me. How could that be bad? I mean, we got to come together here. I don't know. Look, I'm not in politics. I don't know anything about all this, but I'm a common sense guy. You're common sense, right, John?
Always.
Right. I mean, common sense. If you're saving all us money, how could that be bad? And believe me, I'm open. Tell me what's wrong with this picture.
And if people feel upset, everyone is free to donate to the IRS.
To go to the IRS?
Everyone is free to donate to the IRS.
The what?
If you get your money back and you don't like it, you can always donate
Yeah, you can
to
always
the IRS.
donate it, yeah.
It's what it feels like it's been the past few years, actually.
I do that.
It really feels like it. But picture this, too. Imagine your bank account's getting drained by some spam every month, and you can't figure it out. And you hire somebody to go in, figure out what is draining your bank account. And then you get mad at the person that's finding who's draining your bank account.
Right. How could you be upset by that?
That's what's going on right now. We're losing a ton of money. We're finding where it's going, and you're getting mad at the people finding it?
Why are we mad at the people finding the money that they're stealing? I mean this. I had to talk about this on the show because I don't know why. Why are people getting upset by this? Isn't that common sense? Don't you want to know what's going on? Wow.
Well, listen to this one. This is the biggest number, and I was trying to save it for last, but
Go ahead.
this is $4.7 trillion in untracked Treasury payments. Meaning that they don't have proper budget tags saying what they're used for. They're just blank checks written out totaling $4.7 trillion.
Trillion.
Now, how many years is a trillion seconds?
How many years is a trillion seconds? Anybody know that answer? 58 years. 58 years.
No, I don't know.
It's a good guess, don't they?
Let's see. I'm curious. A trillion seconds is 31,709 years.
Holy shit. 31,790 years. And they don't know where that money is.
Nope. It was a blank check written to whoever.
Come on, guys. Guys, somebody's laundering money here. I'm sorry. Somebody's got their hand in the cookie jar, folks. Do you know how long? Do you know what that money can do? $4.7 trillion. You know how many vets can get homes? You know if they could build something in California, you never have to worry about the fires again. They could build so many wonderful things in this country. You could redo the whole United States, all the bridges, all the roads, and give everybody a lot of money.
Everybody could get $14,000.
Everybody could get 14 grand.
All 330 million Americans.
Wow. You know what? That changes young people's lives, 14 grand. And we can't find it? We don't know where it went?
It's not that we can't find it. It's, we don't know where it went.
All right. Please tell me.
I mean, when you get audited, you have to know where every penny goes in your account to pass an audit.
Oh, they come after. How fast does the IRS come after you? How fast? Like, forget it.
Like, oh, you went to McDonald's on this day at this time? Why'd you go to McDonald's?
I mean,
Why'd
they
you spend
do
this
that
much?
because the greedy bastards want every penny. Every penny. But how could you be upset at people who are just trying to save you money? I don't know. I'm not upset by that.
On a side note, I also think we should investigate these politicians who are making under $200,000 a year that are worth $200 million.
You know what? Okay. Nancy Pelosi, let's talk about her first. Again, not singling anybody out, but Nancy Pelosi. She makes, I think a Speaker of the House makes $260,000 a year. What is her net worth, John?
280 million, I think.
280 million. Man, she really put those pennies away. Let me tell you something. 280 million. Mitch McConnell, he's a Republican. His salary, what, 200 grand, maybe? Maybe. What is Mitch McConnell worth?
Mitch McConnell is worth, let's see, it says $34 million.
$34 million.
You know Paul Pelosi, Nancy Pelosi's husband, has a better investment record than Warren Buffett?
Than Warren Buffett, I heard that.
He's just really good.
Guy made $200,000 a year, and he saved $34 million.
Sorry, Mitch McConnell's worth $26 million.
All right, you know what it is to save $26 million? That means you had to make like 40-something million dollars, 45 or whatever. I mean, that's crazy. That's crazy. And he's a Republican. Well, I mean, yeah, but then again, I mean, the Republicans, a war of mass destruction, weapons of mass destruction, whatever that was. How many trillions of dollars did we spent on that fucking ridiculous war? That was insane. All the boys that died in that war, that's insane, folks. Come on.
Obama's worth 70 mil, Clinton's worth 91.
Clinton worth $91 million. Where did this come from? Somebody help me. How could you save $90 million? How? All right, you get paid to do a speech. Great. You know what it's like to save liquid $90 million? You got to make $180 million. That's crazy. That's crazy, man. And we got to put a stop to that. I believe that if you're in the government, you can't invest in stock. When are they going to stop that, John? They got to stop that.
They really have to. I mean, even AOC, who's wildly on the, so far to the left, says that there's insider trading going on and she doesn't agree with it. Now, she's another one that's worth a lot more than she gets paid, but she said that on a Jon Stewart interview.
What is she worth?
I think she's under 10 mil, but she's in the millions right now.
She was a bartender when she got the job.
Yeah, she went on Jon Stewart the other day and said that they should look into the insider trading that's going on because it's so ridiculous.
This is insane.
Just for example, Nancy Pelosi's $280 million net worth, if you divide that by $200,000 a year, it would take her 1,400 years without spending a penny to reach what she's worth.
Guys, come on. We got to do something about this. Whether you're a Democrat, Republican, come on. We all got to stand up and say enough is enough. let's get all this tax fraud out of the way. Let this all go to the people now. We are the people, all of us. Okay? And I don't know how you could be against Doge. I really don't. I don't understand it. If you have a good answer to that, please let me know.
Well,
You
before
might
we
not.
wrap it up, let me just read this to you, and I
Yeah.
want to get your opinion on this. We found more Social Security numbers than people that are alive in America right now.
Oh.
And I'm going to read you the age range and how many people are in each of these age ranges.
Go ahead.
So let's say 90 to 99. There's people that make it that far. There's
Yeah.
6 million people collecting Social Security at that age. From 100 to 109, 4.7 mil.
No, that's impossible.
From 110 to 119, 3.6 mil.
Impossible.
120 to 129, 3.4 mil.
Come on, these checks are going somewhere, folks.
And then, I mean, I'll skip a few numbers, but how about this? 200 to 209, 879 people. 210 to 219, 866.
That's actually in the contract, John.
It's in. And how about this? This person, there's one of these people. They are older than America. From ages 360 to 369, one person.
Folks, you know what? I had to do this episode because I can't take it no more. You got an answer why Doge is bad or why Doge is good? I'd like to hear it. Let me know. Let me tell you something. I just had to do this because I'm stunned by this whole thing. All right. You've been listening to the Chazz Palminteri Show. I know this is a strange episode, but I had to do it, folks. I had to get this off my chest. God bless you, and see you next week.